This episode we're going to be doing a mod to the F350. We're going to be upgrading these ugly things. I mean, honestly, I never liked them. I mean, it kind of goes with the old, I guess, front. But with the new nose, they just don't fit at all now. So, we're going to be upgrading them to the new style mirrors. To these original factory, I believe they're 2015, but basically, these are actually original, not aftermarket. I don't want to go aftermarket because I keep hearing bad things about them. Either the mirrors are vibrating or things are blurry in the mirrors or whatever. So I decided to go with the factory ones, and I picked these up for fairly cheap. I picked them up for, I believe, $180 for both of them. So pretty good price. The only downfall on these is I'm gonna have to redo the plugs on these, obviously, because on my truck I think there's 3 wires and this one has 9 wires, so there's going to be some modification that's going to be required, and I'm going to be adding a wire for the turn signals because these have turn signals and mine do not. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove the old mirrors, put the new ones on, see how it looks, and then we're going to figure out what to do with the wires. And of course it starts raining. I'm gonna drop these in real quick. And by the way, on this one, I think the other one, this little plastic piece needs to be cut off. There's no hole over here for that, so I'm gonna cut this off real quick. And to put the nuts in, I just gotta kind of do it at the angle and then put it on, tighten just a little bit, like that, very careful, like that. And the last one, this is the deepest one. And then once they're all in, then tighten them all down. All right, there we go. Look how much better already the truck is looking. With the new mirrors, with the new nose, it looks so much better. It's gonna look pretty sweet. All right, look at that, nice and beefy. I don't know, I'm still thinking about the rear dually bed. I'm kind of liking the beefy dually fenders compared to the smaller ones on the newer trucks. What do you guys think? I'm kind of liking the beefy ones. All right, there she is. Alright guys, so here's what's going on. I stripped everything off of the door so I can get inside and on the outside, clean the doors up because I'm going to be installing kill mat stuff on the outside and on the inside later on a different episode. But I decided to just go ahead and, you know, remove everything that was on the door so I can go ahead and make it nice and clean. And here's where I am with the mirrors. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I suck at wiring. The biggest wiring job I did was the cluster helper right here, the wiring. But basically with the mirrors, we got this is the original plug on my 01. We got yellow, green, and like a dark purple, looks almost black. And then we got this plug right here, which is off of I believe it's a, I don't know, basically 08 plus 2008 and newer mirror. So on this plug we got all sorts of wires, and two of the wires that are the black and the green, those are like the amber temperature. There's a sensor on the bottom of the mirror, this one right here, and it's only on the passenger side. So those I'm not going to use at all, so we can disregard those two. So now we just have to deal with other ones. So we're going to have turn signals, we're going to have running lights, and I believe it was one of these is also a heater for the mirror, and I'm not sure if I'm going to run the heater. I'm still not undecided. Also picked up a bunch of these plugs from Amazon that I was probably going to use on the mirrors because I was going to go ahead and, you know, cut the wires, use these plugs, and then run them to my original plug from this one, and then 2 or 3 other wires I'm going to be running for the running lights and the turn signals and all that stuff. So I'll have 2 separate plugs for the whole wiring system. And because I'll still be pulling off the dash once again, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out where to run the wires from the dash harness, and I'm gonna run them in the back, go down here somewhere, and I'm actually gonna make another plug somewhere over here. That way, if I need to remove the dash once again, I'll be able to unplug everything on the bottom here and not worry about the wires that are connected and the wires that are gonna go straight to the mirror through this boot right here. That's the one thing that I gotta think, just in case I need to remove the dash sometime for whatever reason, I'll be able to disconnect everything on the bottom here. A lot of guys just run the wire all the way through the boot into the door and then solder or connect it to the mirrors, whatever. But I'm trying to think a little bit ahead just in case I need to disconnect it. Alright, so here's the diagram that I had to make with the plugs with the new mirrors. I believe they're 2010 or whatever, but I think 8 to 16 they're the same. So we got, you know, spots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes through 22. The passenger side has extra 2 wires on 12 and 13. They're black and green. We're not going to be using those, but everything else is pretty much the same, with an exception of a few couple different, like for example, spot 11 is red, and spot 11 on the passenger side is dark green. And then we got dark blue on this side, and we got a violet on this side. So basically, one thing I'm confused about on the diagram, on spot 4, and I believe it's mirror motor up on this side and on this side. But my mirrors, for some reason, don't have anything on spot 4. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to do some more research before I tackle the mirrors as well. So yeah, this is pretty simple compared to cluster helper and the column helper. So if I'm having trouble with this, you know, hopefully I can figure out the column helper. Basically, I'm just a little bit confused. Maybe you guys can, you know, chip in down in the comments below. Let me know why I don't have a spot 4 wire for up motor. I'm looking up online and other people doing it, but I have to connect these 3 wires right here to the wires on my mirror. So basically, I'm gonna have to go A to A, and then B yellow to B yellow right here, which is going to be common, and then C red to C red, which is left and right, but on here is mirror left. So I'm gonna have to play with this. This is something that I can actually just, you know, play once I complete the dash, and once I have the door panels in and everything, and I'll be able to pretty much play with the switches and you know, just figure it out, you know, one wire at a time. So yeah guys, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit stuck with the mirror wires. I mean, it seems simple, it should be simple, but just with the diagrams and, you know, different color wires, it confuses me, and it's one of those things that I still have to do some more research, probably talk to Zach a little more, see if he can, you know, help me out a little bit, and we'll figure this out. It's pretty simple. I mean, it has been done obviously, but it's just like a little bit, you know, a little bit confusing in my head. So while I'm trying to figure out the mirror stuff and the wires, I'm gonna have to clean all this up, remove the carpet, because I want to actually clean everything else underneath, maybe install some stuff, kill mat on the floor in some spots. Also, I'm going to be installing kill mat on the doors later, inside and outside, ceiling as well, so I'll be removing a lot of this stuff as well. I'll be removing the dash because I need to tidy up the wires on the back, start planning on doing the column helper as well, and then run the wires kind of in the back here somewhere for the turn signals, for the running lights, for the mirrors, for the new mirrors. So basically I'm gonna have to make some kind of connection right here, run the wires, and then once all that is done, then I'll figure all this out with the mirrors, with the new plugs and all that stuff, and hopefully by, you know, by next episode I'll be able to figure all this stuff out and continue on with the project. So guys, I do appreciate your patience. I'm kind of going as I go, so hopefully, you know, that will help you guys, you know, motivate you guys as well, because I'm not a professional, so it's something that I'm learning as I go, and wiring is not my strong suit. So hopefully that will motivate you guys to start something like this. And if I can figure it out with the wires, you probably guys can figure it out with the wires. It's not that hard, it just takes time. So yeah, it's like one of those things, you know, there's people that are really good with wires, then there's people that just, like, you know, just blank out, like me over here. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, I want to push myself, I want to learn something new, and that's what I'm, you know, that's what I'm doing. But sometimes it's a little bit frustrating because it's something new, but I want to improve on this. I want to be a lot better with the wires, because I will be doing, you know, different wiring in the future on different cars, building different projects. So it's something I need to learn. And obviously I'm not going to go to school for it because I'm too busy with work and YouTube. So it's something that I got to learn on my own, and, you know, at my own pace. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.